This is your warning. If you clicked on this video expecting a real, informed answer to this question, my fault, dude. Wrong place. I recommend you still watch. I need the viewer retention. I have 2 subscribers and average like a view and a half a video. It will be real nice if you stay here and enjoy the time. And now to the video. Alright, boys. Welcome back to the Big Caleb Experience. And this is the first rant. This is my first video on the channel. My fault, guys. I know I said rants and gaming. Rant. No. License plates is technically a rant. I put it with the rants. Or rambling. Sorry, wrong word. But today I'm talking about why isn't hockey more popular? Because of the 4 major American sports or leagues, whichever one you want to use. Yeah, I think the leagues would be better because I think wrestling technically would be bigger than would wrestling be bigger than hockey? Well, not real wrestling. It's WWE, but still. I mean, that's not really sports. That's acting, so that doesn't count. But up until I grew up in North Carolina. We got the Canes. That's a decent hockey team. So I've always knew hockey was a major sport. So obviously the NHL's in the 4 major sports with basketball, football, and baseball. So naturally it's not like a slouch, it's not like lacrosse. It's not like the PLL, which is really small compared to those. But like, maybe it's because of the region I'm in the South. We weren't really exposed to hockey growing up. Like, and it's a relatively expensive sport to get into. It's not like football, you need a ball. It's not like basketball, you need a ball and a hoop. Or just a ball. It's not like baseball where you need a ball and a stick. It's not even like, even a lacrosse. Like, lacrosse, you realistically just need the stick and a ball. The stick is pretty pricey. But, like, hockey requires a rink to play in. Like, you can't just practice hockey in the field. Especially, I mean, I know field hockey exists. But that's not really the same. But it really just shows, hockey is just a very expensive sport to get into. It's probably why it's not as big. But after getting into it, because I was watching OKC Timberwolves first game, and when that ended, I left, and then I went to someplace playing Canes vs Panthers, and I always knew hockey was physical. I always knew hockey was a real not red blood. It's not American. You can't say red blood American sport with hockey. That's Canada. That's pure Canadians. But I was watching it and I'm like, dang, this is great. This is great entertainment. It's great watch. Like, I always knew people fought. I didn't know. I thought it was like, that was like an odd penalty in football. Like, it happens often enough to say it happens. It's like, not rough. It's like an excessive not even excessive celebration. So what would it doesn't compare to anything. There's no other sport. Like, I always, like, I know I've said this. I know I'm just kind of like going in a circle right now, but I always knew hockey was physical. I heard I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not that far into hockey yet, but I always heard that there's a person on the team that's not that good at hockey, realistically with you, but their sole role is to fight somebody. I always thought that was a joke. I'm pretty sure it still is a joke, but I thought fights were like once every 4 or 5 game things. The first game I watched of hockey, I watched 2 in the series. I don't remember if I happened in the second game in the series I watched, but off the rip, like, I think I started watching the second period. There was a fight. Like, I thought this was just some rare occurrence. Like I guess a fight in basketball. Fights in football happen more. Like a fight in football, or like a scramble. No, they just dropped the gloves and started swinging on each other, and I respect that. And speaking of other sports, I always used to compare it to soccer for some reason because of low scoring. But after watching it, it's a lot more like lacrosse. Because, well, actually, I think that's probably his best comparison, because they're both relatively expensive sports to get into. But, like, you have the dedicated defenseman. I guess soccer also has that, which lacrosse also has. It has the physicality of lacrosse. Lacrosse is significantly more physical sport than football. Not football. Than soccer. Well, technically soccer is football. But then has all the different positions. Even the glove. They got them chunky gloves that lacrosse got. Actually, I think hockey's older than lacrosse, so lacrosse has the chunky gloves that hockey has. But, like, and there's teams everywhere. Like, you wouldn't expect a sport like hockey, which kind of, like, you think of cold places if you think of hockey. That's why I said it's more Canada man than we're red-blooded American sports. Like, we're red-blooded American is like football. I get baseball's technically America's pastime. At least it used to be. But when I think of Americans, I don't think of hitting one. Actually, I should think of hitting 1 for 3 to be a Hall of Famer. That does kind of sound like America, failing a lot and succeeding a little bit. But when I think of America, I think of not weaponized. I think of competitive CTE, and that's what football is. Even though some people try to say, rugby's more dangerous. Rugby has a lower rate of concussions. Like, I could be lying. I could be misinformed. But rugby has a lower rate of concussions than football does. And they don't have helmets on, probably because with the helmet on, you probably think you're safer. And then you knock yourself out. And then you look stupid. Like, no disrespect, Tua, stop sliding into people's chests. You're the only quarterbacks that I can think on top of my head that can do that are Cam Newton and Josh Allen. And they're both significantly larger than Tua. Tua's like, what, 6'1"? If he's taller than that, I'm surprised. He does not look that tall. And then Cam and Josh are 6'5", respectively. Alright, both 6'5". So, like, Tua, I know this isn't a football video, but Tua, please. I want to see you play for more than 2 more years. Your brain probably looks like a spray can right now. But that's besides the point. But, yeah. I think as I said with hockey being expensive, I think that's the biggest reason why it's not a bigger sport. Because I didn't grow up poor, but I wasn't rich by any means. And looking at the cost for, like hockey equipment, my family would have never... One, it was just too physical for my family. I wasn't allowed to play football when I was younger because it was too physical. But I think, like, hockey, one, is a really physical sport that kind of backs people away. It's like some people didn't play football. They played basketball or baseball or any of the other non-really physical sports. The other reason is how expensive it is. Like, as I said, in football, you really just need a ball. Same with baseball. Same with basketball. You just need a ball and, like, something to use the ball with. Hockey requires the skates, requires the stick, requires all this stuff. And it requires you to be near ice rink, skating rink, whatever the proper term is. And then, like, where I am, hockey's not big. I am speaking in circles. Bit your mind right, kid. Not even gonna say my name like that's kind of cringe. Yeah, that's my thoughts. I'm gonna rewatch this and think about something else, and then I'm gonna have my outro. So see you guys when I get my thoughts together. But yeah, hockey. From what I've researched, after the 10 minutes of me recording these 2 parts, hockey is the most expensive sport to get into, and yeah, and it's not nearly as many schools have hockey. Like, going back to lacrosse, the sport that I think is the closest to hockey. My school got a lacrosse team, like, not even, I think it was exactly 10 or 11 years ago. Like, hockey is probably worse than that. It's probably less schools that have it, because just of how expensive it is to have. Because I know a football field is a very expensive thing to maintain throughout the year, especially if you have a decent one. I couldn't imagine how expensive a hockey rink would be, especially if you need to keep the room cold at all times so it will melt. Like, it's probably why it's not bigger. It's such a first, it requires you to be in an area where it's viable. Two, you need the bread. But I thought, like all things, not everything's for everybody. I wish y'all didn't hide hockey from me. Like I'm playing NHL 25 in the background. Ignore how bad the gameplay is. The only other NHL gameplay, English. The only other NHL game I played was, I think, NHL 21, and I played that for a smooth 5 minutes. So bear with me. I'm not the greatest, and I will fully admit that. You know what I am the greatest at? My Siege. I will eventually drop a Siege video, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe when Siege X drops, when I'm playing with the boys, I'll get that video. But yeah, that was my thoughts. Wanted to ramble a little bit, get back to what I wanted the channel to be, me rambling with a little gameplay in the background. Eventually I'll get a face cam. They'll see my beautiful face. Just imagine Idris Elba plus Ryan Reynolds. That's me. I'm real cute. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe. If you liked it, subscribe. Not unsubscribe. If you didn't like it, still subscribe. I like that. I only have 2 other subscribers, so that'll be real convenient to me. But if you don't like it, dislike it, still give me engagement. And leave a comment saying, "Oh, Big Kaler, your forehead is massive." And yeah, thanks for watching the video. I don't know when I'll see you next. Probably, I'm gonna say Saturday with Minecraft video. I'm due to drop one of those. Good morning, good evening, and good night.